So I'm not surprised about Tokyo Tony and Jaguar falling out. Um, Two people with two strong personalities do not make good friends. Usually one of them has to be the chill one. And both of them are very entitled and both of them are very problematic. So no, they do not make good friends at all. So I don't think two strong personalities, they cannot they won't make it. They won't make it. In my opinion, Jaguar and Tokyo, they both have the type of personality where they both have to have the last word. In my own opinion, based on what I have observed, they both feel like the world owed them something. They both feel that way. And when two people both feel like the world owed them something, it's not, they wouldn't, because they both feel like they are entitled. It's not a good combination at all. Both of them, Tokyo is the type of person that you only gonna get along with her. Y'all only gonna get along unless you are telling her what she wants to hear. Or she's the type, as we can see even from her own daughter, once you don't give her what she wants, you are an enemy. She gonna drag you. She gonna make you feel like you ain't shit. She gonna talk about you to social media. And Jaguar doesn't need that. She gets that enough from her own family. I told y'all, remember the interview with her family came on Tasha K's show and dragged her like that? Jaguar don't need to be friends with somebody like Tokyo, because the minute she don't get what she wants, Tokyo gonna take it to social media and blast her. Two strong personalities do not mix at all. Look, let me tell y'all a little story, right? I never forget that time I was in high school, right? So long story short, you're my dryer. Long story short, it was a girl in my class, right? So y'all probably remember when I told y'all one time before, I knew a girl that had moved far away, and y'all know I don't really hang with bitches, but if I do hang with a bitch, or if you do see me real cool with somebody, just know they're different. They're a different type of person, because I usually keep bitches at a distance. Like, it takes, it's a different breed of person for me to be close to them. You see what I'm saying? So long story short, this particular person, we just gonna call her Chocolate, right? So Chocolate, actually that was her nickname as well. But anyway, so Chocolate had, let's just say we became cool because I went to school one year. That wasn't like my regular high school, but I just went there one year. And I was taking it pretty hard because my grandfather had not too long passed away. So I was going to this particular school because it was taking it kind of hard. So long story short, when I first came there, Chocolate, she was, very friendly, and she was one of them people that get along with everybody. She was one of those people that I told y'all about that time when I had the heels on, and the girl had said, what the F that she got on? Why she got on them socks with them heels? And Chocolate had told her, okay, if you wearing them, I told y'all what happened with that. And after that, not too long after that, we became very close, right? So, so back to the story. So I'll just give you an idea. So, you'll see why I brought her up. So, we was in class one day, and we just gonna call this girl, what's a good word to call her? We'll call her Buck Teeth, right? So we're gonna call her Buck Teeth. So in class one day, and Long story short, I'm using the microwave to warm something up, but mind you, it was only one microwave. Cause this particular class had a microwave in it, right? And it won't culinary. It's just this teacher, she just was real cool, right? So using the microwave, she didn't care when we use it. She didn't care. She won't, So the girl Buck Teeth had said something, and I was like, I kind of looked back, right? So one thing led to another, and we had words. So everybody in the class was like, oh shit, and I heard Chocolate said, she looked at her homeboy, and she was like, I told you. And he was like, I know, man. She was like, give me my money. Give me my $10. And he said, I got you. So as we was going to our next block, right? Mind you, I'm new to this school. Everybody in the school knew how Buck Teeth was, right? So I'm walking to my next class. So usually me and Chocolate will walk together to the classes, right? So long story short, on the way to the class, she was like, so-and-so, we just gonna call him homeboy, right? God rest his soul, he ended up passing away, right? So shout out to him. He was good people. So and I don't even think she knows that he passed away. Cause she moved far away, and I told y'all she was one of those people that wrong place, wrong time, and she got locked up. She really is a good example of that, because that's how it goes to show everybody behind bars really isn't a bad person. She was just at the wrong place at the wrong time around the wrong people. She really is a good person. But anyway, so she was just telling me basically that she made a bet with homeboy that me and Buck Teeth was gonna clash. And I said, why you do that? She said, because I just had that feeling, because Buck Teeth don't know what to say out her mouth. And you the type of person that, you don't deal with people that got a lot of mouth very well. You don't deal with people well like that. So, and I said, you think so? She said, I know so. I've noticed that about you. You don't really handle that very well. So, long story short, fast forwarding, so yeah, people like Tokyo, they made horrible friends. She's the type of female that once y'all fall out, your business all over social media. Those make horrible friends. You see her do it to her own daughter. If a person don't have loyalty to their own children, they don't have loyalty to nobody. I mean, you should at least have loyalty to your kids. I told y'all I have a family member. Matter of fact, I have multiple family members like Tokyo. I told y'all I could relate to that a lot more than what y'all think. But with that being said, I even gave y'all an example of the toxic family member story. That same cousin that I told y'all about, one thing I could never take from her, that's one thing my dudes and I was talking about the other day. One thing nobody could never take from her is the fact that she is a wonderful mother. And she has said all the time when we were in contact, before I had to cut that cord, I told y'all the story. But I didn't even give y'all all the details. I gave y'all the bigger picture, the main stuff. But I didn't give y'all all all the situations that really led up to me saying this is not something that I need to pursue. This is not somebody I need to be in communication with. I didn't even give y'all everything. See, but one thing I can tell you about that cousin I gave y'all the story about, one thing I can tell y'all about her, she's a wonderful mother. And she has told me on numerous occasions, when she closed her eyes, people, if you know what I mean, people gonna be able to say a lot of things about her as a person, about how she has treated people and things like that. But one thing nobody could ever say about her is the fact that you know, a deadbeat mama. She didn't do for her kids. And that's one thing I can say about her. She will do for her children. If she has told me on numerous occasions. She don't hide it. She don't really have a lot of loyalty to nobody but her kids. She has said it numerous occasions. And it's kind of effed up, but it's kind of honorable at the same time. Because like I told her before, you screw me over, you screw your sister over. You don't jump quick when it comes to your mama, you know. But at the same token, it seemed like to me you would look out for your sister if you don't look out for nobody, because your sister was there for you when you ain't had nothing. When it all failed, your sister was there. And you know, anyway, she just, well, you know, I did what I had to do, you know, for me and mine. You know how people do. You know how people say. But at the same token, some people are like that. And in a nutshell, I don't think Jaguar really needs to be around Tokyo. I'm not to say like Jaguar any better than Tokyo, but one thing we can say about Jaguar, she do have a little respect for some people. Like, I never see her come for Lunel, or like some of her group members. Who was that comedian that had passed away? She spoke very was it Moonshine? Somebody Moon. I forgot that comedian. I might be saying his name wrong. He was a black guy. He was an older comedian. Jaguar spoke very highly of him. You know, so some people we could tell some people she do have a little loyalty for, but some people she don't have no loyalty for. You know, but I think that's like with anybody. If you feel strong about a situation, you're gonna speak on it. But more of the story, as far as, you know, I don't think they don't need to be in communication or, you know, close more so than a high bye. I don't think it'll work, because Tokyo is one of the people, she don't have loyalty for nobody. Nobody. Who have we ever heard her not drag? She drags everybody. She drags her own daughter. You know, so I don't know about nobody else, but that would tell me everything that I need to know about her as a person. That would tell me everything I need to know. I'm one of those people. I look at how people treat the people that are closest to them. I'm one of those people. If I see you talk about your best friend, like for example, I have a colleague right now that been dropping hints. She'll be like, write my number down. Take a piece of paper. Write my number down on my day job, right? She'll be like, write my number down. We need to keep in contact. We need to talk, girl. We need to talk. She done mentioned that, I want to say twice. But I think she finally catching the hint that I don't want to be on that level with her. You know, because she don't know this, but she talked, the way I feel she talked about her best friend too bad. Like, I should not know your best friend keep her house dirty. She keep her sink so nasty that she got nets in it, mold growing in it. I should not know the cleanest room in your best friend's house is the baby room. I should not know your best friend, if it weren't for you, your best friend would have never got a good job. I should not know your best friend, all your best friend business. I should not know she got a deadbeat daddy as a baby father. I should not know so much about this girl, and it will make it even worse. I never met this girl. All I know is now she helped her get a job working where we are, and she helped her get a job where we are, and hold on, y'all. I'm pulling in. Hold on. I'm one of them people. I gotta concentrate on that part. It's tight. It's tight. One second. I don't feel like hurting nobody's mouth. You straighten up. There's no time for it. I know these people looking at me like, what in the world? I know y'all gonna let me park this truck. One second, goddamn it. I usually back in, but anyway. So, in a nutshell, what was I saying? Hell, I don't know. I'll talk to y'all later. So some time had went on, and so they, you know how in high school they try to get y'all to mediate, sit down, talk about what the problem is, right? So they tried to get us to sit down and talk about it, and it's just, you know, it seemed like everything was all right. So Chocolate wanted to know what was going on, you know, once we got on the phone. Cause for the most part, we talked on the phone a lot when we, even after school, right? So I told her about it, and she just basically said it still ain't gonna work. And I said, why you keep saying it? She was like, because I known her since elementary school. I know how she is. You know, she's one of those people that she told me, she said, look, she could say so-and-so to so-and-so me. She was like, so-and-so, look, I done had to slap this bitch a couple of times because she done came out her mouth wrong. And I said, y'all fight? She said, no. I said, so how you just slap her and that just... She said, you know, anyway. So, with that being said, she was like, she one of them people you could pluck her ass and she's still gonna talk shit. That's just who she is. And Buck Teeth has even told Chocolate, you can hit me all you want to. At the end of the day, I'm gonna still talk my shit. You know, so, you know, basically, so after that, right? So one thing led to another, you know, it seemed like everything was going all right for a little while, you know, so we got into that same class once again. So you remember how in class sometimes in high school, y'all have like group discussions, right? So y'all have group discussions. So one particular time we was having a group discussion, and she was like, shut up, I'm about to talk. And she had her hand out before I, you know, right in the middle of me talking. She was like, shut up, I'm about to talk. And from there, shit went to hell, if you know what I mean. So all I know is after that, the teacher started screaming, call security, call security, call security, call security. Because before shit got real, I told her, I said, this is your second and last time coming out your mouth wrong to me. And every time she would say some slick shit, she will always say something along the lines of, everybody knows how I am. Everybody else used to it. You'll get used to it too. Look, let me tell y'all something. I'm one of those people that when I heard somebody say stuff like, everybody knows how I am, everybody used to it, I'm one of those people that I avoid people that say stuff like that because I feel like that's a cop-out. I feel like that's a cop-out because you basically saying, everybody know that I say effed up stuff out of my mouth, and for the most part, they tune me out, so you got to tune me out too. I think that's a poor excuse to treat people poorly. Like, I never forget the time I used to work with a guy that was real arrogant. And it was to the point where one girl had bought him a gift for his birthday saying arrogant ass. And he will always say things like, what everybody else knows, I got a smart ass mouth. He was gay. Like, everybody else know I got a smart ass mouth. You'll get used to my mouth too, you know. And I never got used to his mouth. We stayed getting into it. And everybody would tell me, well, we just, you know, you just got to tune him out. That's, you know, I stay away from stuff like that. So, in a nutshell, two strong personalities do not work. It don't work. I don't care. It may seem like it's going all right for a little while. And this is a good example. Tokyo Jaguar. It seem like it was going all right for a little while. Before you know it, it didn't even take that long. You see what I'm saying? It don't work. Tokyo Toni is one of those people that You ever met a female that soon she fall out with all her friends or her friend or whatever, she get on social media and tell all their business? Yeah. Tokyo is one of those type of people. I never forget that time. Let's just say I knew a person that had fell off with her best friend. And I knew this particular person was a good person. I knew this for a fact. Okay. And long story short, her best friend tried to, well, former best friend tried to come this way, if you know what I mean. And I cut her off, like, as far as in, I let her know off the real, look, you can't tell me nothing about this person. I know for a fact she is a good person. And she caught a little attitude. I knew this for a fact, and the reason why, I know it probably came across kind of rude the way I said it, but you can't tell me nothing about her, because this particular person, I knew she was a good person, because that's gonna be a story time for one day. But long story short, let's just say I remember one time we was in class, and it was like a group of girls, and they was trying to basically team up on me and did a lot of picking and stuff. And this particular person, she went, you got to tell people to, like, go talk to the principal for me, so they don't try to, because they were trying to paint the picture that I was crazy, like they didn't know what I was talking about. So they was trying to use the oldest trick in the book, where, how people say if more than one person say something, it must be true. They was trying to play that card. And I never forget that time this particular person had, she went like on her own. I didn't have to tell her to do it. She did it on her own. And she said, look, I need to talk to whoever, the principal, or, somebody over, that can, make shit shake, basically. And she talked to them, and she said, look, I need to talk to them, because I sit back and I watch and I observe, and they be effing with this girl. This girl is quiet. She was talking about me. She said they be effing with this girl. This girl don't bother nobody. She be quiet. They know what they doing. They trying to make it seem like she crazy, like they don't know what she talking about. And long story short, she spoke up for me, because they was trying to make it. And then when she told the lady was like, well, they said, she said, I know what they saying. They trying to play y'all. I know. I'm watching. I'm actually in the class. I sit back and I observe. They know what they doing. So long story short, it was nothing that her best friend could tell me about this person, because once she did that, I knew she was a whole different type of person. I knew she was not the typical bitch out here. She was, how you hear people say all the time, I'm not different breed. I'm different. It's like, she was a real deal different breed. It's nothing that you could tell me about this person. So, long story short, Tokyo is one of those type of people that, like I just told you in the story about the girl that fell out with her friend and told all her business. Tokyo is like that girl. She fall out with her friends, and she tell all their business, and she try to, link up with, whoever close to that person, or maybe even the ops, She one of those type of people. She will blast you on social media. She will talk about you to everybody. Soon y'all fall out. And one thing I've learned in life, when people do that to people, the loyalty was never there to begin with. And just like I told this person, and I did probably come off kind of rude, but my nerves was kind of, me knowing how much I appreciated her doing that for me, because it just seemed like they was trying to make it seem like I was crazy. And I really appreciated her doing that, because, it's sometimes it takes somebody to, like, really speak up. Because these days, it's not, people don't want to never say nothing. They don't never want to speak up for what's right, So I know I came off kind of rude, and she kind of, you ain't got to say like that. But in so many ways, I really did. Because you're not about to tell me nothing about her. Matter of fact, like I told her, I don't receive it. I don't receive it. Save it. But with that being said, these two don't need to be cool. It's a recipe for disaster. They both need to seek healing. Jaguar too, because she has a lot of hate, resentment. She made her life didn't take off the way she really wanted it to. And the same thing for Tokyo. When I think of these two becoming friends, like the old saying goes, they are a good example of misery loves company. Most definitely.